Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to iHeart Sports. Alex Hart here, and today, our first ever NFL Power Rankings. It's time, it's season time, and it's time for the channel to start doing some NFL content. NFL's always been a sport that I'm a big fan of. I'm more of a casual fan if you've been a part of this for hockey or baseball. I'm a little more hardcore on this, so these power rankings, I know people are going to disagree with them. It's just based off my own opinion, kind of where I'm ranking teams right now. Don't know all the ins and outs of every team's offseason, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to have some fun with the people that subscribe to this channel and start bringing in some new people. So hopefully this is something you're excited about. I'm going to be doing power rankings probably every Wednesday, right before the week kicks off. So with that said, please go down there and like, subscribe. Baseball content, hockey content's about to start too, and of course now we got football content. We also have a fantasy league for the channel that we're going to be kicking off to, so make sure you stick around for that. But let's kick things off. Number 32, expecting to be last in the league, the Houston Texans. I don't know if I need to say too much about this, but they've had a lot of struggle in the offseason with the whole quarterback guys leaving. Pretty much not a whole lot of expectations coming on them. I just don't see a lot of good things going for Houston. Division's a little tough. It's time for them to take a step backwards. Number 31, I got the New York Jets. People are saying that the Jets are supposed to be a little bit better this year. I won't believe it until I see it, and right now I just don't think they're going to be taking that step forward. They have some potential in the young guys, but I want to see it before I start believing it again. I see the East, AFC East all the time, and I just want to see it before I start moving them up. Number 30, got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think in a head-to-head match, I would pick the Jaguars over the Jets. I know the Jags pretty much did a better job of tanking than the Jets last year to get Trevor Lawrence, so I expect to see him come in there eventually. And their sophomore running back, name's slipping my mind right now, but I give him a little bit of an impact for the team. Bear with me here. I've got new cards, etc. So we got number 29. We got the Detroit Lions. I got them being at the bottom of the NFC. They're in a very tough division. Jared Goff coming in there trying to make some changes. Stafford's finally out after being there for so long. But I don't have a lot of faith in them, and I don't see them having a great season. Again, I could be wrong beyond belief on this one. Number 28, got the Carolina Panthers. Don't have too much to say. I'm not too familiar with the Panthers team. I just kind of went up and down trying to see if this team played this team, who would win. And for the most part, most of the time, I would pick the other team against Carolina. Could be wrong. Again, it's just being a casual fan, might not be giving all these teams the credit they deserve. Number 27, we got Denver Broncos. And again, same kind of story. Went up and down, trying to match them up. I don't see them beating a lot of teams, but when it comes to Mile High, they always have a little bit of an advantage there. And they've played every team tough, especially in their division. They've had to play the Chiefs, Chargers, and the Raiders year after year after year. So at the very least, they're getting good practice, and I put them in the topper side of the AFC bottom. Number 26, that's Cincinnati Bengals. I might be giving them a little bit too much credit. Joe Burrow coming back from that injury, of course. How is he going to do? There's a lot of question marks around the team. Without him, they were pretty atrocious. I'm probably giving them too much credit. They could probably be down a little bit more. But I'm giving it the Joe Burrow factor at this point. 25, San Francisco. I know they had some changes bringing in quarterback. But other than that, I don't know too much about them on a given day. I think they could be good. Kyle Shanahan, good coach. Probably could coach them in a good division. I think, again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just doing this for fun. And as I get further and further and more in depth with the season, I think these are going to be a little more concrete. Number 24, I got the New York Giants. Saquon Barkley coming back. I'm hoping for a big season from him. Daniel Jones. I just think they're going to take a step forward. Their defense had been doing the good job for them the past couple of years. It's just their offense not clicking. If we see Saquon Barkley be what he was in this first season, they could potentially be up even further. Their division was the weakest last year, so some win potential there as well. Number 23, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Same kind of story. They kind of underperformed last year. A lot of expectations. Losing Julio Jones, of course. Still always a threat with Matt Ryan at quarterback. Yeah, number 23. Number 22, Chicago Bears, of course, a really top style defense. They got Justin Fields coming in. Of course, he's not going to be starting at the beginning of the year, so probably not going to be the strongest year for them so far. But again, they made the playoffs last year, so we got to give them credit there. So maybe I'll have them quite a bit too low, but that's tough to say. Just like I said, just matching them up. Number 21, New England Patriots. With Cam Newton gone, they're kind of turning over the new leaf, trying to set the stage for the new team without Tom Brady. They have a lot of work to do, and we're going to see what kind of coach Bill Belichick is after his dynasty flipping the page. Of course, you can't count them out. It's the Patriots, of course. Number 20, I got the Eagles. I think with their quarterback, name slipping my mind right now, but I think there's some potential in this team. This division's wide open. They're going to give every team in their division a run for their money. But yeah, number 19, got Oakland Raiders. John Gruden has a lot of work to do. He has not performed what is expected. They're in a tough division, but at the end of the day, I think they beat all the teams below them on most given Sundays. Derek Carr's got to keep going. Like, he had an okay year last year and a little bit better the year before. So we want to see what he's capable of going down the stretch. Number 18, same division. They're the Chargers. I think these two teams are super close, but right now I'm giving the edge to the Chargers. Yeah, their offense, in my opinion, is just much stronger, and we'll be able to compete with them on any given day. I would give the edge to the Chargers. Number 17, got the Miami Dolphins. Again, we're starting to talk about teams that when you're in the middle, you can either go way down or you can skyrocket to playoff contention. I think Dolphins are one of those teams. They're in a division that's fairly weak with the Patriots and the Jets, and a strong team with the Bills, but they can pick up enough wins along the way. I think they'll have a fight for a playoff spot. Tua, going into his first real full season as quarterback, it'll be interesting to see how he develops. Potentially could develop into a franchise quarterback. That's what all Dolphins fans are really hoping for. Number 16, we got the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, the wild card himself, needs to take a step. He needs to do something. This team has just been too middling for too long. That's exactly where I have them right now. Until I see something otherwise, I'm going to keep them in the middle. And number 15, I got the Washington football team. I know the logo is the old logo, but unfortunately, that's the only one I had when I was making these. I'm going to make a new one. It's just the sticker set I got was that. Washington snuck into the playoffs last year, of course. Defense, riding on defense. So they made some adjustments to their offense. They got their running back, solid guy. Look for them to take a step forward and really compete for this division. I think only one team possibly coming out of this division. So there's that. Number 14, we got the Indianapolis Colts. Again, a team that made the playoffs last year, but might have been a little fluky based on their schedule last year. Kind of haven't found their identity since Andrew Luck left. And right now, I think 14 is optimistic until we see otherwise, really. Number 13, a lot of people might not agree with this, but I got the Cowboys. With Dak Prescott coming back, we're hoping to see Ezekiel Elliott really make his season turn around this year. Cowboys are definitely going to be favored to win this division. In my opinion, that's my pick. Can't really go wrong with that. A lot of people probably disagree, might agree, might be high or whatever, but that's where I got them. Number 12, we got the Saints. Still basically the same team. They lost, of course, Drew Brees retiring, but with Winston coming in, they're hoping he's turned a page. We'll see how he develops with it. But right now, Saints overall as a whole unit are very solid. They never really relied on Drew Brees to get the wins. So I still think they're a least competing for a playoff spot. That's kind of where we're talking about here. Teams starting to compete for playoff spots at number 12. Right, with 12 teams making the playoffs. Number 11, we got the Seahawks. With Russell Wilson behind center and DK Metcalf running down the sidelines, I think it's always an option that their offense is going to pop. Whether their defense can hold up, can they get the running game going again? It'll be interesting to see. It's a tough division, and you'll see in a second. Actually, I was ranked third in the division, so one of the toughest divisions in my eyes. And that brings us to number 10. We got the Cardinals. Do give the Cardinals a slight edge over the Seahawks. I just think with Kyler Murray, he's going to be developing. Got the weapons at the wide receiver as well, and I just think Cardinals have a slight edge. Number 9, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben, can he continue to just play Hall of Fame style football? That's all they're really hoping for. He's going to show us, like him and Brady, can these old guys still get it done? And that's the big question around Pittsburgh right now. Of course, they're up there. Number 9. What else can you say? That brings us to number 8. Again, another tough division with the North. At the Browns, Baker Mayfield, big test for him this season, whether he can continue to carry this team. They made the playoffs last year. Actually got up against the Chiefs before losing. But they had the young guys, the defense and all that. They were able to build through the draft over the past number of years. So number 8, I got them. Number 7, the Tennessee Titans. I think they're always going to be a threat to win every given day. Derrick Henry, monster. Tannehill behind, he's got weapons on all. They added Julio Jones. They got a solid defense. All around, they're a well-rounded team in a somewhat weak division, so I do have them being favored to win that. Number 6, I got the LA Rams. I think they addressed their biggest issue in the offseason at quarterback, and I think Matthew Stafford is going to fit right in. Watch for them to really take the lead in this division, but again, very competitive division. It's going to come down to who beats who in the division. Number 5, Baltimore Ravens. I'll say it here now. Lamar Jackson, he's a question mark for me. He had an amazing MVP style season, and then last year he's still good, but the whole COVID and all that stuff really messed up every team, so it was hard to really gather where it was and where it wasn't. Be looking to see if he can continue back to what he was like in 2019, and if he can, Baltimore is a serious threat to win the AFC. Number 4, we got the Buffalo Bills riding Josh Allen. Their wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, Beasley, all these guys are weapons, potentially the best offense in the AFC, and their defense is no slouch either, so making it all the way to the AFC Championship last game, big surprise. But anything less than that this season, I think, for the Bills is going to be a disappointment, especially not winning the division would be a big disappointment. Number 3, we've got the Green Bay Packers. Same story. They made the Final Four. They lost out to Tampa, but it was close, and Green Bay could have went either way. Rodgers, of course, had that deal with Green Bay owners and all that in the offseason, wanting to be a bigger part of this dynasty. We'll see if that plays into it, but of course, he's got Davante Adams at his wing, and the defense usually steps up for them as well. So Green Bay, number 3. And then we get down to the final 2, and we got number 2 at the Chiefs. They got to be number 2 because number 1, we got the Buccaneers. So number 2, we got the Chiefs, and of course, their top team, Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, you name it, they got them. But they just couldn't dethrone the Bucs last season. And so I'm going to give the credit to the Bucs to be number 1 and at least hold on to it for now. Can they repeat? Can they have a good season? They have all the weapons still from last year. Solid defense. They're really going to be the team to beat and the team that everybody's chasing. So there you have it. Let me know, guys, what you guys think. Of course, I know you guys are going to disagree with a bunch of this, and I'm sorry, but I shouldn't say I can't. I didn't look at every team up and down. I just wanted to get this video out for a fun thing right before the season kicked off. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, thumbs down it if it's crap, and we will see you guys all season long. Thanks for watching. Peace out.